Have you ever stopped for a moment and wondered how something so small, so ordinary, could quietly change someone's entire life? What if a single orange was never just a fruit, but a lesson hidden in plain sight? This is not a story about riches or miracles, it's about a simple orange and a single choice that changed a life. Small, quiet, easy to overlook, yet sometimes the smallest things carry the biggest lesson. Early one morning, a poor fruit seller set up his cart by the side of a busy road. Every day was the same street, same routines, same quiet hope that someone would stop. He arranged his oranges carefully, bright and round, each one a little spark of pride in his hard work. But behind his calm face, worry lingered. Rent was due, food was running low, and business had been slow for weeks. He watched people rush past, faces busy, eyes elsewhere, and his heart sank a little more with each step. Hours passed, then sun climbed high, and still he waited, carrying his silent struggle, invisible to the world. It was a life of quiet battles, a life where every small choice felt heavier than the last. Then a young boy appeared. He picked up an orange, turning it in his small hands. "How much is this?" he asked softly. When the sailor told him the price, his face fell. He pulled out a few coins, barely enough. Not enough. The boy hesitated, looking at the orange, then at the sailor, unsure what to do. His tiny hands clutched the coins like they were precious, and in that quiet moment, the weight of life's struggle filled the air. The sailor watched the boy, feeling the weight of his own worries. Rent was due, food was running low. Every coin mattered. For a moment he thought about keeping the orange. After all, he needed it more than the boy did. But then he saw the boy's eyes, wide, hopeful, and trusting. Something inside him shifted. Without a word, he picked the best orange from the cart, bright, round, full of juice, and placed it gently in the boy's hand. "Take it," he said. The boy froze. His eyes grew wide. He couldn't believe it. "But I can't pay," he whispered, his small voice trembling. The sailor simply smiled. "Today, this orange is not for sale," he said gently. For a long moment the boy just stared. Then slowly a smile broke across his face, a pure, innocent smile, the kind that lights up everything around it. He held the orange like it was the most precious thing in the world. And in that instant, the sailor felt something shift inside him too. All his worry, his fear of losing, it melted away because he realized that giving, even when you have so little, can be the most powerful thing you ever do. That single orange, small, ordinary, had already started to change a life. The boy's eyes filled with joy. He held the orange close as if afraid it might disappear. "Thank you," he said quietly, not once, but again and again. Then he turned and ran off, smiling, the orange hugged to his chest. The sailor watched him go. For a brief moment, warmth filled his heart, a calm he hadn't felt in a long time. But almost immediately, doubt followed. Had he done the right thing? Could he really afford to give away his best orange? The street grew quiet again. The cart stood still, and the sailor was left alone with his thought. And a moment that felt small, yet somehow unforgettable. Just then, a car stopped nearby. A well dressed man stepped out and walked toward the car. "I saw what you did," he said softly. The sailor's heart paused. "The boy you helped is my son," the man continued. "Today is his birthday. He wanted just one orange." For a moment, everything went silent. That small act from earlier was no longer small. It had been seen, and it had mattered. The man reached into his pocket and placed the money in the seller's hand. It was more than the price of the orange, much more. The sailor looked up, Shocked, "This is too much," he said softly. The man smiled and replied, "Kindness should never return empathy." And just like that, the weight the sailor had been carrying all day began to lift. Because that one orange he gave away had come back in a way he never expected. That day didn't make the sailor rich, his life didn't suddenly become easy, but something inside him changed. That night he slept with a lighter heart, not because all his problems were solved, but because he felt seen and at peace. From that day on, he treated people differently, with more patience, more understanding, more kindness. Not because he expected anything back, but because he now understood the power of giving, even when you have very little. And slowly, without him noticing, that kindness began to shape everything he did. He told on tightly to what we have because we are afraid of losing it. But kindness is never a loss, it's a seed. When you give from the heart, you plant something you may never see grow. Yet life remembers it. And maybe, in your own quiet moment, that's the lesson meant just for you. So the next time you see something ordinary, something small, something easy to ignore, remember the orange, not for what it was, but for what it carried. A moment, a choice, a quiet act of kindness. Because sometimes the smallest thing we give away end up meaning the most. Sometimes it's not what we keep that changes our life, but what we choose to give away.